Nnamdi Kanu, ọmalịcha nwa Chineke nyere ụmụ Biafra ka o dozie obodo anyị na mụ na gị bụrụ ibe. Nnamdi Kanu, ọmalịcha nwa Chineke nyere obodo anyị ka o dozie obodo anyị na mụ na gị bụrụ ibe. Okwu ọnụ ya tata, eji okwu ya ọkụ ya, ụlọelu ya kọmputa.
Still on Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. Please like and share, tap on the subscribe button as we delve right into it. So, in this video, we are going to find out what was Nnamdi Kanu offered at first when he was detained, when he was arrested. Was there any dialogue among Southeastern governors and stakeholders? And of course, the then Buhari when he was alive. Was there anything offered to him? What was it? You are going to see for yourselves so that we can all, kind of balance it all up. Is there a reason for what has happened and what is going to happen if Nnamdi Kanu had accepted what he was offered? And what exactly was this thing that he was offered? Let's check it out together.
To come and buy me in Kuje. I said no. I was in detention. They came to me, offered me everything, and I said no. They gave me vice president of Nigeria, and I said no. Are you insane? Is it poor, wretched people I'm going to be asking for money? So because anything we want to do, we do things somehow. IPOB is full of cash.
The 30th of August 2017, met with the leader of IPOB, Prince Nnamdi Kanu, together with Professor Ben Wabeze, SN, and evangelist Elliot Booker. The meeting deliberated on a number of demands of IPOB and noted their concerns accordingly. However, the meeting agreed
our system not to be abusing us from Europe, as if he was not a Nigerian. Let him come here with us and then criticize us here. And then Nigerians know that I don't interfere with the judiciary. Let him be listened to. So but those who are saying that he should be released, no, we cannot release him.
No possibility of a political solution?
No. There is a possibility of political solution. If people behave themselves, all well and good. But you can't go to a foreign country and keep on sending incorrect economic and security problem against your country and thinking that you never have to account for what you have been doing. And the one we are calling Kanu, do you know he has two passports, one Nigerian, one British, and he came to this country without using any passport? Do you know he brought an equipment into this country, a sophisticated equipment, and was broadcasting for Radio Biafra? Which kind of government do you want to have?
But we wrote an editorial against him in Premium Times.
What?
Premium Times wrote editorial against his radio station and called on the federal government to stop that.
So he should be given bail to go away. There's a treasonable felony against him, and I hope the court will listen to the case.
This news from Vanguard is July 19th, 2017, and we are in 2025, the month of November. It reads, I rejected Biafra with only 5 Igbo states. Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of people do not know that there was dialogue. There was a kind of dialogue with Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, he said it clearly, which you are going to hear. He said he was offered vice president. Vice president. Like, they could have unalived him if they wanted. But to an extent, there is something I've observed in Nigeria. Once you become a thorn on their flesh, they will invite you to the table. You have to prove yourself. They like to dwell on that saying that Christians often will read in the scriptures, and that right? From the time of John the Baptist, or after the time of John the Baptist, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and violent people take it by force. Meaning, power is not given; you have to strive for it. But in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, they offered him 5 Igbo states, and they also offered him vice presidency. He said it himself. So this is what the Vanguard reads, and we've not seen any counter to what Vanguard reported. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, disclosed that the Nigerian government offered him Biafra Republic while in prison with only the 5 southeast states. Now, I have said it countless times that the only way Biafra can go, like really go for real, is for them to stop voting. And the next thing they need to do is for them to keep to the 5 states, or keep to those that speak their language. People who speak that Igbo language, from Enugu to Ebonyi, down to Imo, down to Abia, down to Anambra. These are people who speak same language. And that is what it is supposed to be. But he said, why I rejected offer for Biafra with only 5 Igbo states. Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, says he was made an offer in detention to secede with the 5 Igbo states, but he rejected the offer because it did not constitute the complete territory of Biafra. Now, that's where the issue is. Nnamdi Kanu has preached and talked at length continuously about how to rapper indicates Igbo. No, it doesn't. If you go to Dahomey, go to Benin Republic, you go to Togo, the women there also tie to rapper. They tie to rapper. Does that make them Igbo? Now, argument, of course, is also trying to look for something to bring people together, particularly those, according to the report here, that have crude oil. Some have said, no, just give us the port. We don't need crude oil. If this offer was given to you, would you prefer to continuously ask for sit at home and ask for people to be unalive? This has been the question, because right now there is a lot of debate out there after the sentencing of Nnamdi Kanu. I'm seeing comments from even people who are Igbos. They're beginning to dig deeper. At first, the Biafra thing sounded to a lot of people, they were tired of the Nigeria and how things are. They were so tired. So Nnamdi Kanu sounded proper to them. Frustration had gripped a lot of people. But with what they now started feeling, like the sit at home, and now the Southeast is now a place where you can't go to, villages are empty, businesses have been grounded. They are now looking at Nnamdi Kanu with a lens that is now clearer. Like, wait, someone will say, my grandmother passed away because of Nnamdi Kanu. My brother was unalived. My uncle was unalived. My son lost his life. My this, that. Igbos lost their lives more in this agitation. And the bullet, the gun, or the weapon, or whatever it is, did not come from the mouth of the Nigerian government weapon. It didn't come from it. Not at all. Not from the hands. More of it came from the same. I think that's why people started looking at it like, hey, we want Nnamdi Kanu to be free, but it comes with a but. It comes with a but. They are not happy also. So, he said he rejected the offer because it did not constitute the complete territory of Biafra. They gave me Biafra in prison with only the 5 Igbo states. I said no. I want Benue and Rivers inclusive. So, Benue do not want to be part of Biafra. Akwa Ibom, Calabar, Cross River do not want to be part of Biafra. They say they are not Igbos. Maybe some portion of Bayelsa say they are Igbos, but with a different dialect. Or they are Bayelsans with a drop of Igbo languages included. But regardless, everyone has history that they can tap to, either correctly or partially correct. They have history. So if a certain group of people say, look, we are Igbos, but we sojourn to Benue, the question that begs to an answer is this: all of the inhabitants of Benue, are they different ethnic group or tribe that came to settle in that space? So therefore, how many portion. He said he went to Warri and he went to the Olu of Warri and said, look, your market looks like our own. And your women tied to rappers, so therefore you are Igbos. And they are like, no, we are kind of more connected to Yoruba people than this. Have you gone around the whole of Yoruba, the whole of Nigeria, like to find out why there are similarities in what we do? It's because we are all in the same space. We transact together, we copy. You know, this argument started coming up, intellectual argument here and there. Nnamdi Kanu had his own opinion about, of course, he did read some books and combine what he felt was good or what he could use to achieve the Biafra thing. Now, there is one thing, or let's say it's one thing for you to stoke up tribal sentiment or discord. It is one thing to paint your tribe as superior. It is one thing to show this, show that. But the most important is dialogue. And I guess dialogue he got, but he refused. Even after Kanu had left, went with 5 Igbo states for Biafra, and a referendum comes into, and they do not mess up this Biafra thing like how they messed up Ujuku's election, like votes, and he couldn't become president, and he could not even become, politically. Abga did not fly with Ujuku. If all things being equal, if things went the way it is, if you have your 5 states and Benue choose to be part of it and the others choose to be part of it, I guess it would be a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful space. He said it himself. They gave me Biafra in prison with only the 5 Igbo states. I said no. I want Benue. I want River State inclusive. Well, what are your thoughts about this that you have seen? Do you think Nnamdi Kanu went too far? Don't you think he should have accepted and all of this going on would have ended? What do you think about it all? Drop your comments.